Those of you that are not seeing it right now, you can catch it on the replay, and I'll probably do a short video of this portion talking about this particular benefit with Social Security. Okay, so this is something I was not aware of with Social Security, and I'm assuming, and I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I'm going to assuming most people don't know this. Okay, so let's say that you are abroad, you're on SSDI, and you're abroad. You end up getting married, right? Well, I'm assuming because I didn't know this either, but most people probably don't know that your spouse can now claim Social Security after being married for 1 year. It has to be a minimum of 1 year, but your spouse can claim your Social Security benefits. Now, there's a couple of caveats to that. Number one, hopefully the country that you're in, that you're married in, has an agreement with the U.S., a totalization agreement. That's an agreement with the U.S. and a country that you're in with totalization. That makes it a much smoother process if you have your spouse attached to your Social Security, right? But if you're not in a country like here in Colombia, there's no totalization agreement. You can still get it done, but it's going to take a lot more work than what it would be if you were in a country that there's an agreement. Like I looked it up, and there's only like 30 countries that have a totalization agreement with the U.S. The Philippines is not one. DR is not one. Here in Colombia is not one. They have a written agreement with Mexico, but it's never been enforced. So it's surprising that a lot of these countries that a lot of people travel to, now Canada has one, but there are a lot of countries that Americans travel to. They get married and they don't know this. You don't know, a lot of people don't know that once you're on SSDI, and you can go to Social Security's website to the family portion for veterans living, or for Social Security recipients living abroad, and see this for yourself. I had no idea. I always thought that you had to be of retirement age for your spouse, right, to attach themselves to your Social Security. That is not true. Once you're on SSDI, okay, and it's a foreign spouse, yeah, you can have them added to your Social Security. So basically how that would work is whatever you're receiving in Social Security, your spouse should receive up to half, not half of your money, a separate half. So for example, if you're getting $2,000 a month, you add your spouse, your foreign spouse, you should now be getting $3,000 a month. That's how that works. Same way with a dependent. If you have a child abroad, and so you're not married, but you have a child abroad, as long as you can prove that is your child abroad, that child will receive half of what you get. So again, you get $2,000, that child will get another $1,000. That's $3,000 total you would get. Now, when it's a family, it's a little bit different. If you're married, you have a spouse, and then you add a child to that, okay, you thinking you're going to get half and half. Nope, they have a cap. So in a scenario like that, where there's 2,000, right, you may get 2,800 or you may get 2,600. There's going to be a cap, right? So you would have to go to Social Security's website to look up all the different scenarios that you may fall in. But I wanted to put that out there, man, because I was not aware of that. I always assumed, and that was my fault, that you had to be either retirement age of 62 or whatever full retirement age is for your spouse to attach themselves to your Social Security. That is not true. If you're on SSDI, you're abroad and you're married, okay, and it's been at least a year. That's the main thing. You got to be married more than a year. You can add them to your Social Security. Okay. Now, while we're talking about spouses and Social Security, all right, there are some of you all who are retired, you're married, and you have a spouse, and your spouse worked. Okay. And some spouses didn't work the full time, like male or female, doesn't matter. So this is a way to increase your income if it makes sense. So I'll give you a couple scenarios. Let's say you work 30 years, 40 years, whatever it is, and you retired. Your wife, let's say she worked 15 years and became a stay-at-home mom, right? She has her own Social Security. You have your Social Security. Let's say your Social Security is 3,000 a month is what you qualify for. Let's say your spouse's Social Security is 1,100. That's all her 12 years got her was $1,100. Your wife can actually go and attach herself to your Social Security because your Social Security is higher. So she would get a $400 increase because, again, they're going to get half of what you get. So instead of her getting 11, she would get 15. You would still get your 3. I don't think a lot of people even know that. Even if your spouse didn't work, let's say they have no income, they didn't work, they were a stay-at-home mom, you're remarrying or you married this person, they never worked, they can still receive that half of Social Security. It's not coming out of yours because people always get that wrong that, oh, well, they're taking half my check. No, they're only giving her a half of what you get. She gets a separate half and you keep your remaining balance. Okay, your balance does not change. So there are a lot of different things out there that can help people along the way that they never knew about. Like this one with being abroad and being married, I never knew that one. I did not know that one. I thought you had to be of retirement age. No. Once you're on SSDI, you basically are getting your full retirement. You're just getting it early. And like I said, the way you can see it for yourself, go to Social Security's website, look up overseas, and then look up families. You'll see it right there in black and white.